So far, so good out there.
Yeah, they literally right at 12 o'clock, they took jet skis and they pulled out some of the buoys that are going to be out there, the large buoys, and some of the boats are actually now doing laps out there right now. So let's take you live back outside there. There is a little bit of a bump. 10-knot winds will go 10 to 15 knots later this afternoon. You can see the difference inside the marina versus outside the marina, right? The wind's coming at the camera here. That's MacDill Air Force Base there. But these are some of the boats, and they're coming around these buoys here, and they'll come all the way out and do a big circle just to warm things up. But looking pretty good out there. I don't think it's a terrible forecast. We're in the mid-80s now, 82-degree dew point in St. Pete. Very muggy there, but that's one of the higher numbers. The winds you can see out of the east-northeast, and so that's going to bring our weather from the east back down towards us. 5 to 10 now, but they'll go 10 to 15 there in St. Pete. Here's the forecast there, and we're talking right here. And this is the problem. I stopped at 5 o'clock because these are afternoon showers and thunderstorms coming at us. So if you are headed out there this evening, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, we're going to have some storms coming through. That's around 7 o'clock. I think they're all moving out by that time, but that'll be the best time that we'll have to watch for the rain today. You can see it getting started over here on the East Coast. There's not much, obviously, but this line will fill in and then come all the way back across later this afternoon. Had some storms down south. In fact, Sanibel had a pretty good thunderstorm this morning, and then the tops of those clouds have all moved off to the north and the east, and you can see what's happening here. That one fell apart, but look at all those clouds for Venice and Vamo. Mostly cloudy skies. The further north you go, the more sunshine you'll get. So even Lakewood Ranch is seeing quite a few high clouds now, but they will thin out here in the next half hour to 45 minutes. All right, upper 80s to now 90 degrees. Wesley Chapel and Tampa are there. Newport Richey is 91. It's these areas back to the coast that actually be warmer because it's an east to northeast wind, right? Blowing warmer air back to the coast. We'll go upper 80s for inland locations. Now let's talk rain. This is 12:30. That is 3 o'clock. So Winter Haven, Lake Wales, Frostproof, all the way down to Highlands County, Sebring. Showers and storms developing by 2:30 to 3 o'clock. This is around 4:30. You can see it's in the eastern Hillsborough. In fact, all the way out towards western Hillsborough County, downtown Tampa, northern Pinellas. Look at Hernando, eastern Pasco, Citrus County. You get the idea. There's one big line. Then by about 5:30, you can see it's now along that I-75 corridor and westward, and then right around 7:30, 8 o'clock, we get the last of it and things clear out. All right, that is your Friday afternoon and evening. This is Saturday morning, 7 a.m. Nice dry start, sunny. Notice the winds. They're not out of the north and the east, and they're lighter. It's a light and variable wind for tomorrow, generally out of the south. And because of that, it's more like boiling water. Storms just boil up, and they don't really move too much. Not like they're coming from here and coming to the here. That's not your Saturday. Watch what happens by 1:30 to 2:30. This is around 3:30 to 4 o'clock. Look at all these develop, slowly drift off towards the north, and then eventually they develop and drift inland just a little bit. That's around 6:30 in the afternoon. All right. Now, Sunday, we kind of go back. We start developing some of these around lunchtime. That's around 1 to 2 o'clock. But then they kind of drift inland. We have a few more coming from the East Coast. You see that line by about 7:30 to 8 o'clock, and then it tends to fall apart. So there will be afternoon showers and storms through the weekend. It's not a major deal, but it's a good 40 to 50% chance each day getting started right after around 2 o'clock in the afternoon. 91 for a daytime high today. Tomorrow we'll go upper 80s to about 91 again. There's no big change in the air mass or the temperatures. And there's your boating forecast we already showed. And then here we go. Rain chance goes up, cloud coverage goes up, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday of next week. We actually have a cold front sliding down over top of us. It's not going to bring a lot of cooler, drier air. That's not going to happen, but it will bring better rain chances, a good 50 to 60% chance with cloudy skies and, as a result, cooler, upper 80s for highs.
Bobby, thanks. And remember,